2021. What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody from Central Texas, Cotton Bowl Speedway. You're watching Race on Texas, the Day Motorsports pre-race show. Milton Hope, Marianne Nauman in here this afternoon. And well, Marianne, we've missed you the last couple of races because you've been so busy down there, been flying solo. How's it feel to be out of the pits and back up here in the air conditioning?
Really good, really good. It's gets pretty hot down there, you know, with the temperatures, and then the temperatures from the racers sometimes. It gets really hot down there.
But the key thing is you really like the behind-the-scenes action down there. You'd rather
really
be down there.
I love to be down there. I love to be up and close with the drivers, and it's really rewarding.
Well, here we are, the 4th of July weekend, July the 2nd, the first race weekend of July, and we're fully into summer now. We have a big race. Let's talk about the big race up at Heart of Texas. It's kind of made us do a little bit of an adjustment. We have the Memorial race up there, Marcus Harcrow and them having a great two-day race up there. And what was it like? I read your promoter's perspective, and well, what was it like, and how hard was it to make a decision to support a sister track like that?
Well, you know, I think it's such a great memorial. Marcus is like, I could just tell it was so very, very close to his heart when he talked to me. And when I'm doing the schedule at the beginning of the year, it's usually like the end of the year. Like,
right.
So it's like we're done here and the season's over, and now everybody wants to know when are we going to race again.
Right.
So you're kind of under the, you know, hot spot to get that schedule out and to try to coordinate it as best you can with the other tracks. And, you know, when you're in an asphalt world, unfortunately, it's not hard to do.
Right.
In the dirt track world, it's very hard to do. And so it sounded like a great idea. I wanted to support it, and I wanted it to be a very good success. But I also we needed the date. There's only so many dates that you can have. And so I said, okay, we're just going to do this. We're going to let those cars off in a couple of other classes. And then Bo had approached me about the trucks coming to run, and I love the trucks, and we haven't had the opportunity to have them. So I thought, well, this would be a good time to throw that show in there, and we'll have a couple of our regular classes.
Yeah.
So we have five classes
We've
tonight.
got the sport mods tonight. We've got the modifieds. We have our design welding sport compacts. Those three local classes are here tonight at Cotton Bowl, along with the Texas Trucks, Texas Dirt Truck Series, and the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Always fun to have the Dwarf cars.
Yes.
But we're giving the street stocks off, the factory stocks off,
and the iStocks.
And the iStocks off. So kind of support Heart of Texas Speedway, which is great. I mean, that's a perspective that where you can support another track like that. I mean, it just makes sense because if you show the support, I mean, we might have lost a bunch of these cars anyway to go race it, but you're also supporting it. We're not forcing somebody to come race here and only have maybe 3 or 4 cars here.
Right.
You know what, guys? Go race where you need to race tonight. We'll fill in with the trucks and the dwarf cars and with our other 3 classes and still have a full night of racing.
And I hope the folks that are home watching on Race on Texas on All Access are going to be switching back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope our show's better and they're going to stay on our show. I think it's going to be a good show. We may not have the car counts that we normally have, but I think what we do have here, some good quality drivers, some guys and gals that are racing for points, and I think it's going to be a great night of racing.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night of racing, and even though it's going to be a little warm outside for the fans, thank you for coming out to the fans in the grandstands that are live tonight. Again, if you're watching our Race on Texas All Access, we appreciate you doing that as well. When you register for Race on Texas and you sign up, make sure you make Cotton Bowl Speedway your home track, so half that subscription fee comes back to Cotton Bowl to kind of fill in some empty spots for some of that extra money.
And thank you to those that have
yeah.
subscribed. We really do appreciate that.
When I throw out that email, where are you watching from and who's watching with you? We've had Japan this year. We've had Italy. We've had Germany. Monty Chamberlain was watching from Germany a couple of weeks ago.
Isn't that great?
So you never know where people are watching from, and we certainly appreciate wherever you're watching. I even get emails from the grandstands, and I give a shout out to Section H and Section A.
Yes,
and,
I love
so
that.
wherever it is, we just love to see who's watching and where you're watching from. But it's going to be a great night. Happy 4th of July weekend. To wrap up our night, after the final race, we're going to turn off the lights, but instead of going home, we're going to shoot off some fireworks.
Yes, China and Maria from Biker World Ranch has supplied us with some fireworks. Now, let me just tell you, I did watch a Waco fireworks last night. Don't expect that. It's going to be some fun fireworks. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be short and sweet, but, hey, that's what it's about. It's the beginning of the celebration.
They can do the Major League up there. We'll do minor league tonight.
That's right, and they did an outstanding job.
We'll take it easy. We've got some exciting highlights. We started a new feature at our last race here doing the pre-race show. We've got some exciting highlights, some exciting finishes to a couple of races that we had here last race weekend before I went on a vacation. And, man, I tell you what, to go out on a vacation after watching some of those finishes, man, they were nail-biters. They came down to whose wrap was thicker than the other on the front of the car. And Jason
we were checking transponders in the tech area.
Yeah.
We were like, hey.
We were talking about that up here. It's like, it just depends on where your transponder
is. I know, and
boy,
they were checking them close.
Oh, man, we had a good time. So we're going to be back with a couple of those highlights. You're watching the pre-race show. We're here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Marianne, Milton Hope, having a good time. Day Motorsports presenting it. If you need something automotive, whether it's exhaust pipes, a driver suit, helmets, accessories, decals, they try to do same-day mailing, same-day getting it out of the building. They're open 5 days a week full-time. They're open half a day on Saturday, so they can go to a local track themselves, and they're off on Sunday. But Day Motorsports, if you need it, they got it. We'll be right back with more of the pre-race show here at Cotton Bowl Speedway.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Hey, welcome back to Race on Texas. Milton Hope in here at Cotton Bowl Speedway and Race on Texas pre-race show here at Cotton Bowl, brought to you by Day Motorsports. Man, if you need it, they got it. They'll get it to you as quickly as they can. Like Marianne and I were talking about just a few moments ago, we had some exciting racing here 2 weeks ago. And the Ice Stocks was one of the classes that had one of the most exciting finishes we've had here this year. Jason Batt, he was in the battle of his life, all the way down to the checkered flag, all the way down to the winner's circle, all the way to the flag stand. It was neck and neck. Did Jason Batt win that race or not? Let's go to the highlights from a couple of weeks ago and watch the conclusion of that iStock race. Lights are out, green, white, checkered. Jason Batt trying to hold on for the win. Finds himself back up front, being challenged by Dustin Mooney. Mooney trying to get that last pass if he can. Chris Birmingham sitting right there, keeping Mooney in his sights, as is Justin Batt. Birmingham would love to move up an extra spot. He gets that nose under Mooney, but can't do it. 1 lap to go this time by. It's anybody's race. A little tag there, Mooney into the left side of Jason Batt. Batt with the power down the back straightaway. Batt has had the power on the straightaways and not in the turns. Dustin Mooney has been stronger in the turns. Here they come down the front straightaway. Who's going to have the power to the finish line? Oh, no! Oh, holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, side by side, all the way, we are going with the transponders. The transponders will tell us who the winner is. Absolutely. How did he win that race? It came down to the very, very skinny, and like we were talking about, where was the transponder on that car? Everything checked out okay, though, and it was a fantastic finish. And that's kind of the racing that we like here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, where it comes down to the last second and not just a blow-away win. So certainly a great effort there by Mr. Batt, and just did a fantastic job to hold on to that win. We're going to take another short little break. Here's what the race car drivers are fighting for tonight. This is the Dwarf Car Series trophy tonight, but all of them look just like this. And great job by Owen Pittman putting together our trophies, and just everybody's looking to get the win. We got the hot laps going on back there. It is a partly cloudy sky tonight, pushing 100, 101 degrees. We already looked like one engine blow up out there during the hot laps. Hopefully it's not that serious and we can get them back out on the track. But we're going to take a little break. We got another exciting finish here to show you after this next break. More racing on Race on Texas at Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's the Day Motorsports pre-race show at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Milton Hope in here with you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Central Texas, and this is going to be another great night of racing again. Marianne and I were talking just a little bit ago that several of our classes are supporting a great cause up at Heart of Texas Speedway tonight. So we've got IMCA Modifieds here this evening, IMCA Sport Modifieds, the Design Welding Sport Compacts, Texas Dirt Truck Series, and the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. So 5 big classes of cars here tonight on that oval that H has been working on all afternoon and all week. He comes in about Wednesday or Thursday, starts working on it. With all this heat we've had, we're running up a nice little water bill out there. He was out putting some water on it. He may have to go back out later on and put some more water on it again, just like he has the last couple of races. Right now, though, we're going to revisit a couple of weeks ago, Dwayne Toyin in the street stocks, another nail biter right at the end of that main event from 2 weeks ago here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Let's see if Dwayne Toyin was able to hold on to the win, or did he fall back to second? Here's the highlights from 2 weeks ago. Your main event winner 2 weeks ago at our last race here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, AJ Dancer, who's not here tonight, finished up in second, and the 9 car of Tommy Gurrell finished third. So your first and third place cars are here tonight. Got a whole bunch of cars out there. Here come the street stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts 20-lap main event. Green flag, green light, off and running goes G.W. Egbert. Cars are working their way down the back straightaway. Right along the outside wall goes Dwayne Toyin, moving up a couple of spots. Everybody stayed middle and low. He went to the outside. Watch out, coming out of turn 4. Daryl Rhodes and Tommy Gurrell getting stuck together there for just a moment. No harm, no foul. They kept on going the correct direction. Nine, Tommy Gurrell finished third last week, already in the infield. His night is done. Man, you hate to see that 2 laps in. Still a tight group of cars, except for Egbert pulling away from everybody else. G.W. Egbert the 4th, 7:17, jumping out quick and early. Separating himself way back there, Armandia in 58. Dwayne Toyin in 48, second and third. Thank you for watching Race on Texas. Don't forget you got the free preview all week. Be sure to check out the website for information. Love to have you on here every week. You need to subscribe if you're not doing so already. And Egbert out there on his own. No competition tonight for the 717 of G.W. Egbert the 4th. Armandia, his closest competitor back here in the 58. Dwayne Toyin 48. 2, Joe Garcia. And Daryl Rhodes moves up into 5th in the 3D. Little contact out there. 73 goes into the infield. Lincoln Morris. Got to watch the 2 car. Joe Garcia is really getting in the way of other cars. Daryl Rhodes right now the recipient of a couple of hits out there on the straightaways. Garcia needs to hold better control of that street stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Number 1 of Dale Caswell still looking out there on the track, trying to get a high finishing position. Right now, side-by-side racing going into 3 and 4 as Armandia now pulls just ahead of Dwayne Toyin. Robert Danielson trying to chase in the all-white 87 with the silver numbers. Man, Egbert is absolutely checked out. Right now it's a race for second. Let's keep an eye on Dwayne Toyin as he's trying to get his nose underneath John Armandia. Toyin trying to move up into second. He takes the inside line. Armandia goes to the outside. Toyin holds it low right along the tires. Can't get much closer than that. Armandia comes out of turn 2, finds himself one spot back in third. Robert Danielson now coming up into the hunt. He's in fourth. He'd love to get a good finishing position. He finished first last race here at Cotton Bowl. Obviously not going to be in first tonight, but we would love to see where he finishes. Uh-oh, turn 4. Solo spin. Facing the wrong way. All right, trying to get everybody back where they belong. G.W. Egbert the fourth, he knows where he goes. He goes right up front. Toyin's got a fast car. Now this yellow that comes out, this may be a bugaboo that catches up to Egbert. I mean, I know he's got a fast car, but Toyin equally as fast. And now the yellow brings it all back together. At least we didn't have to do what they did at Boot Hill just a moment ago. They had to go yellow at Boot Hill because the flag man dropped the flag on the track. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. They had to go yellow because the flag man dropped the flag on the track. All right, here we go. 12 laps complete, 8 to go. Can Egbert not give up the lead after this yellow flag? Can Dwayne Toyin in the 48 do anything about it? Picking up speed. Here we go. Egbert puts that nose in hard on the inside. Takes off down the back straightaway, or front straightaway. Toyin tries to stay with them. As they went down the front straightaway out of turn 4, Egbert dug that nose hard and low to keep anybody from taking the inside pass. Work so far. Toyin still lines up behind him, as does John Armandia in third. Danielson not having as good of a showing tonight as he did a couple of weeks ago. First place then, 5th place right now as laps are clicking. Egbert, Toyin, Armandia. The 2 car of Joe Garcia. Danielson, Caswell. Laps quickly disappearing. Flag man keeping it on him, getting ready to show him 2 laps to go. Egbert not giving up any ground, even though Toyin staying right there with him. Toyin trying to take advantage of that yellow flag that came out moments ago. Just can't do it. Egbert keeping it low. Toyin equally low, but not enough power to get around him. Lap 17 is what we're on right now. They're clicking away. Should be 2 laps to go this time by. Flag man doesn't let me down. He puts up the 2 flags. Toyin sees him. He knows he's got 2 laps to figure out a way to get by Egbert that he couldn't do in the first 20. G.W. Egbert IV starts up on the pole. He's got the lead. He survived a yellow flag and yellow light that came out. Toyin knows this is it. Last lap. Can't go inside. Will he try an outside move on any of the turns? There goes Toyin down the inside. Coming out of turn 2. Oh no, Toyin's going to get trapped behind the slower car. Watch out. Are we going to have another photo finish? Here they come to the flag stand. They're rushing side by side. Who's it going to be? Dylan Toyin. What an absolutely fantastic race there by Dwayne Toyin in that 48. And he got that lead. The yellow came out, had to back up. And then he was in a battle with G.W. Egbert IV all the way around. Coming out of turn 4, you saw that one guy in the grandstands throw his hands up on that last pass on the inside right by the pink tire. And, man, Dwayne Toyin did a great job. Hey, that's going to do it for the highlights today. We're going to be back in just a couple of moments. I'm going to grab somebody out of today's audience and bring them up here. We'll talk to them. We'll be right back on the pre-race show brought to you by Day Motorsports. Summer Showdown Series. Summer Showdown Series. I'm going to have to learn to say that over the next month or so. Summer Showdown Series. And if you just saw the commercial right there, it ran right before it. The man in charge of it, doing all the behind-the-scenes work, joins me right now, Aaron Brungott. Aaron, we just saw your commercial. Tell us, how excited are you about the Summer Showdown Series?
So you got to put one set of words in front of it. Advanced Auto Parts.
Well, that's 3 words. Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series.
There you go.
Woohoo!
You going to handle that, Milton?
I think so. I may
All
have
right.
to get it on my wrist or something. Tell us about it, man.
We're going to mess you up because we're going to do things a little bit different this year. So typically we've had the bonus points 3 nights point series.
Right.
It has been a doozy the last few years. Now we're putting the money on each individual night show.
Okay.
So we will have at least $2,000 added to the purses on the 16th.
Of how many classes?
6 classes.
6 classes. So 2,000 divided over 6 classes?
Over 6 classes.
Okay, got it.
Welcome to the economy.
Yeah.
Trying to make it economical for the racers as we can, but
Yeah. I mean, money is biting everybody in the rear right now, so we're even thankful just for that.
it's almost like you put a $100 bill in the dryer because you forgot it in your pocket and you came out and it was a $1 bill.
If that. Could be 50 cents, you know. But no, we appreciate the Advanced Auto Parts for what they're doing, their part, and all the hard work you put behind it. Tell us about the numbers from last year and maybe a goal this year?
So last year, $12,000 was added to the bonus money at the end of the season.
And that's from merchandise, online ticket sales.
All of that.
All that.
So we'll put an announcement out this week on how it's all going to work. It's a little bit different because we're doing it in race.
Right.
So that last race of the Summer Showdown Series is probably going to be a little fun. But we can't. This is the time for the fans. Like, the drivers love this. They come out. It is a mini points championship.
Yeah.
And you take a full season and put it in 3 races. These guys are racing hard.
And you start getting in some of those big names from around the city, around the state that come down from the other tracks to try to grab some of this local money.
There are those people that come in because the thing about it is it's that night.
Yeah.
The points, everybody that's racing all year, their points still matter. But for the invaders, it's all about the money.
Invaders. That's like the golf league. They keep calling them defectors. We're calling these racers invaders.
I call goofing
may
for golf.
I may have to grab that. The invaders that are coming to the track tonight. Well, we look forward to the information that you're going to put out on it, and we'll be passing that on. It starts next race. It's the next 3 race weekends.
It is every other week.
The 16th,
16th,
the
30th, and then
like the 8th or 9th, something like
yeah,
that. I can't think about tomorr's date, much less a month from now.
I mean, money is tight all the way around. we cannot thank the sponsors enough. Advanced Auto Parts stepping up. Raceline Texas is part of it. All those Speed Pass memberships, where does that money go? It's going to put on the show for the next 3 months.
Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. Be expecting more information on that as the night goes by and as the weeks go by, because it will be the next 3 race weekends. And Aaron will get you in and get some updates from you every once in a while. But thank you for tuning in to the pre-race show on Race on Texas. Be sure to get your subscription. Half the subscription money comes back to Cotton Bowl Speedway when you make us your home track. I'll be throwing out my email later on tonight to find out where everybody's watching from. Tell me where you're watching from, who's watching with you, grandstands or Germany. It does not. Monty Chamberlain was watching from Germany when he was traveling a couple of weeks ago.
It's
amazing where I get emails.
It's crazy
from.
because so we can see where everybody's going. Yeah. There's sometimes cruise ships, it looks like, or some sort of in the middle of the ocean.
I may not get the email from you, but we know where you're watching from. But thank you for watching the Day Motorsports pre-race show. If you need anything auto-related as far as your exhaust pipes, racing suits, racing helmets, accessories, decals, they'll get it out to you as quick as they can. Day Motorsports is the place to go. We've got live action racing coming up here in just a few moments at Cotton Bowl Speedway, the 4th of July weekend. We'll see you soon.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
...2021. What a year. It was a year full of new things. New tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks. And we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, I'm not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
And fans, while it's nice and quiet out here right now, how about a big round of applause and a shout out to those drivers carrying the United States flags. Thank you to the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas carrying Old Glory all the way around the track. And now let's have a quick prayer. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for giving us this opportunity to come out and participate and watch the enjoyment of the sport that we love. We thank you for the drivers and their crew members for coming out to entertain us in the spirit of friendly competition. We thank you for all of our fans, our sponsors, and the staff here at the racetrack that make this entirely possible. We thank you for our founding fathers hundreds of years ago signing that Declaration of Independence, making us the greatest nation on earth. We've had our hiccups. You've guided us through our tough times, and we ask you, dear Lord, that you continue to guide us through even tougher times in the next several years. We ask that at the end of tonight's racing events, you lead, guide, and direct everybody that's gathered here safely to their final destination. Also, please still continue to be, Lord, with our first responders and our armed forces men and women. The tragic ambushing of our police officers recently here in the United States, simply tragic, and we ask that you be with those families of those lost officers. In your name we pray. Amen. God bless America and God bless Texas. It's time to go racing. Once again, thank you, Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Also want to let you know, as a reminder, in case you didn't hear, later on tonight at the conclusion of our final main event, we're going to turn off the lights and we're going to shoot off some fireworks up in the air. So be sure to stick around after the final main event. Fireworks going up here at the racetrack. We'll be going live racing here in just a couple of moments. Grab your Lone Star, grab your food, go underneath the grandstands, check out everything that's Hey, it is time to go racing. It's Race on Texas. Milton Hope in here with you as the Texas Dirt Truck Series gets ready to kick it into gear. They're going to start off the night with us. 52, Donald Mick on the pole. 693, Colton Boris right next to him. Row 2 inside, Ford Trailer Caulfield 95, Lightning McGreen. Row 3 inside, 28, Russ Parker. Josh Sewell next to him, 38. Row 4, 91, the points leader, Jared Moppin, Kevin Vastbinder next to him in the 44. Shauna Baggett in the 3. Here we go, the first green flag of the night. Off and running to go. Uh-oh, look who it's going to be. Lightning McGreen, wasting no time. Comes blasting out of turn 2. Grabs the initial lead. Watch out, though. Here comes the 38 of Josh Sewell. Moving up into second, down the front straightaway, first time by. 52 right there in second. Your pole sitter, Donald Mick. Right in between your race leader, Lightning McGreen, and Josh Sewell in the 38. Sewell on the inside, down the back straightaway, going into turn 3. Gets a gentle nudge, but stays out of harm's way. Sewell stays in third. Now comes back up side by side with your second place truck, Donald Mick. Mick holding that middle line. Sewell goes to the low side. Here comes the 20. Is it the 23? Let me catch a number on that one. 28, Russ Parker. Parker 28. Ford Trailer Caulfield doing a good job out there as Nathan Lavender back in the flag stand after missing the last couple of races. Good to have Nathan out there. He was doing some bowling out in Las Vegas in a bowling tournament. Told him he can't have a bowling tournament on a race night. All right, down the back straightaway again. Sewell tries to set up Mick one more time. Got to watch out that 3 truck, Shauna Baggett. Shauna, stay out of the way. You hold it low. Let the leaders go high. Watch out, Josh Sewell not paying attention. Going to get caught up behind Baggett. That's going to cost him a little bit of ground coming out of turn 2. Sewell tries to set it back up in turn 3 and 4. Tries to nudge the nose of that 38 truck underneath the 52 of Donald Mick. Sewell one more time, 1 and 2, side by side, trying to get the black part of that truck up in front of Mick. Cannot do it. Sewell settles back into third. Now he guns it into turn 3, looking for some extra power and grip. Coming out of turn 4, oh, they bump each other just a little bit. No harm, no foul. Sewell thought he had the gun and the engine to get by him going into turn 3 and 4, but couldn't do it that time. Oh, Josh Sewell backs up to third. Now here's a name I haven't said the whole race, Jared Moppin, your points leader. He decides to become aggressive over the last couple of laps. He moves up into third. Now he's battling for second. He's the points leader. He moves up into second by Donald Mick. Slides up in turn 2. Got a lot of ground to catch up to Lightning McGreen. I don't think he's going to do it. Checkered flag will be coming up. Lightning McGreen is going to be your race winner, but Jared Moppin comes from the back of the pack all the way up to second and grabs that spot. Pushes Donald Mick back to third. Russ Parker finishes up in fourth, it looks like. Sewell gets shuffled back to fifth. Yeah, Jared Moppin didn't say his name very much in that race until the last couple of laps. He is the points leader coming into tonight's race with the Texas Dirt Truck Series, and man, he made some aggressive moves right there at the end, moved up into that spot. But Lightning McGreen, he was the guy to catch. Nobody could do it. He gets the win. Second heat race coming out. Row 1 inside. 21T, Sean Tracy. 81, Tony Bernal. Inside row 2, 416, Lance Chacon. Outside, 319B, Larry Baggett. Row 3 inside, Buster Dean in the 00 truck. And row 3 outside, that's a 19 of Jarrett Barber. Row 4 inside, Adolph Tracy in the 01T. And on the outside of row 4 next to him, the 1 of Adam Tracy. Hey, off and running one more time. Green flag, green light, Texas Dirt Truck Series. Taking off down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2. Quickly jumping out front, Tony Bernal in the 81. Getting out in front of the 00 of Buster Dean. Buster Dean. Tony Bernal wasting little time as a 00 trailing him in second, Buster Dean. Dean Gitlin challenged right now. 3 wide for just a moment as the 19 of Jared Barber breaks out of that group, jumps up into second of that black 19. Coming out of turn 4, Tony Bernal, Jared Barber. Going to fix the standings here a little bit. Bernal. Whoa, 3 wide going down the front straightaway. Holy cow. .319B, Larry Baggett in the black one. He's got that red 3. It's really tiny on there. Got Jared Barber behind him in the white 19. Oh, these triple numbers, and one of them is too small. I can't see a dadgum thing, H. And then they put one in the middle, then they put a little letter. Ay, 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 ay. Uh-oh, watch out. We got contact on the back straightaway. It looks like the 16 getting slowed down. 416 of Lance Chacon. Maybe cut down tire there, pulls into the infield down by turn 4. All right, so now I think we got it figured out. The black 319 of Larry Baggett and the all-white 19 of Jared Barber. Tony Bernal gets shuffled back to third after all of that. But Baggett down the back straightaway still holds the lead over Barber. Baggett gets a little loosey-goosey out there. No harm, no foul, man. We got a lot of tore up sheet metal in that white and yellow truck going into turn 1 and 2, but there's a checkered flag. Baggett, Barber, and Bernal, triple B. B. 00, Buster Dean. Finishes in 4th. That one right there, though, he's got some sheet metal damage to that one. Yeah, 16 down there. 416 looks like Lance Chacon down in the infield of turn 4. Meanwhile, Larry Baggett in the 319B going to take that little victory lap around as the smoke clears from around Cotton Bowl Speedway. Ladies, blowing kisses out there to your winner tonight. IMCA Modifies presented by Magnum Trailers getting ready to come up next. First heat race going to have 141 Rob Sanderson on the pole. Next to him, 26 Wyatt Bohannon. Cody Tidwell inside row 2 in the 17. Row 2 outside, 73D, Jacob Horch. Row 3 inside, Jared Moppin pulling double duty tonight. He's in the BD1. Row 3 outside, the 082 of Earl Sinibaldi. Sinibald. Oh, man, when Tidwell gets out front like that, Cody Tidwell in the 17, he's a tough guy to catch. Here comes Jared Moppin trying to put the squeeze on Wyatt Bohannon. Look at him throw that tail of that BD1 high up into the turn. Grips that steering wheel, holds it low, and he goes right by Bohannon. Jared Moppin, a nice move there in the BD1, goes up into second with 1 lap to go. This is the second time in 2 races where Jared Moppin has waited almost till the end to make a couple of moves to move up into second place. First in the Truck Series and now in the IMCA Modifieds, presented by Magnum Trailer. Checker flag comes out. That's a great win. Cody Tidwell with the win. Jared Moppin, a solid second, distant but solid. Hey, it's that time you see on your TV screen right now or your laptop if you're watching the live stream tonight. Race location at yahoo.com. If you're sitting in the grandstands or you're sitting at home, no matter where it is on planet Earth, I want you to send me an email right now. Tell me where you're watching from and who's watching with you. Race location at yahoo.com. And once we start getting some of those emails rolling in, we're going to start giving a shout out. So we've had Germany, we've had Japan, we've had Italy, we've had East Texas, West Texas, we've had Oregon, California, we've had Michigan, we've had New York, we've had North Carolina, we've had all over the globe. Race location at yahoo.com. Tell me where you're watching from and who's watching with you. IMCA Modifieds, presented by Magnum Trailers, heat race number 2. 81, Ryan Childress going to be on the inside of row 1. Going to have Matt DeWitt next to him in the 12D. Row 2 inside 94B, Brenda Kirby. 94, Chris Morris next to her. Row 3 inside, Mark Strong, 27S. 77, Garrett Gregory. Those will be your 6 cars, heat race number 2. And no, you're not seeing things. You got 2 94s out there. They look identical. An announcer and a scorer's nightmare. Off and running. Here we go. Oh, my. Jumping up on top of the 12 car. 12D, Matt DeWitt had Chris Morris go right on top of him right at the start. DeWitt may have got the worst for wear on that. I'm not sure if Chris got anxious or DeWitt didn't go when Morris did. But Morris drove right up on top of him and then backed off. Here they come. Man, what a tough start there. Childress running a great race. Chris Morris trying to get on the inside of him in turn 1 and 2. We were up here discussing for just a moment while you heard the silence how to tell the difference between the 94 and the 94B. On the passenger side, 94B, Brenda Kirby has those wheel covers, the pink wheel covers, and Chris Morris has the yellow wheel covers. All right, Morris on the inside. Gets by Ryan Childress coming out of turn 2. Childress gets shuffled back to second place. He held off Chris Morris as long as he could. Now starting to stretch out. Childress in third place right now. Garrett Gregory. He started on the 3rd row outside. He's out of Tomball, Texas. Moves up into 3rd, chasing down Ryan Childress and Chris Morris. Chris Morris may have some splaining to do to DeWitt on that start, but hopefully they get it worked out like gentlemen back there. DeWitt's never been the same since that start. Cruised all the way back to the back of the pack there is Chris Morris. Way at the other end of the track, starting to open up a pretty good lead over Ryan Childress and 77 Garrett Gregory. Coming up on the last lap, Chris Morris, easy breezy. He is the points leader in this class, and you can tell why. Is once he got out front of Ryan Childress, it was all said and done. Nathan Lavender shows the checkered and the American flag. Chris Morris with the win. 77, Garrett Gregory finishing up in second. Childress shuffled back to third. Well over 100,000 gallons of water been put on the track here this week, and even pre-race, and it's still dusted up. You can tell how hot and breezy it is. It dries up quickly out there, and 100,000 gallons of water just didn't last very long in this Central Texas heat. IMCA Southern Sport Mods presented by USA Wrecker. On the inside, on the pole, 115, Andrew Supak. Next to him, 8, Doug Ripple. Row 2 inside, the high 5 of Joseph Ponton. Next to him, 32, second in points, Robert Stewart. Row 3 inside, 777, James Honish. And next to him, 7K, Kevin Parker. Lights are out. Picking up speed. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off bend, running the USA Wrecker, IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Supak and Ripple starting up front. Here comes Robert Stewart, wasting little time in that 32 Sport Mod, trying to sneak up there on Doug Ripple on the inside. Stewart grabs the inside position, pushes Ripple up a little bit higher. Stewart, door to door, Ripple not giving up the ground. Here comes the high 5 of Joseph Ponton. Stewart now settles up into front as he pushes Doug Ripple back to second. Ripple now going to have the high 5 of Joseph Ponton knocking on his door. Here comes the 777 of James Honish. Robert Stewart, second in points coming into tonight, trailing the 777 of James Honish. Only by 4 points coming into tonight. This Southern Sport Modified race is really a tight one between Honish, Stewart, and William McGuire. McGuire third in points at 208. Stewart second at 212. And Honish first at 216. So just a little bit of a separation, 8 points between third and first. Back to the race, Robert Stewart. Now setting command, setting a precedence. Here comes the 777 of James Honish. Your points leader trying to get on the inside of Doug Ripple. Ripple goes up into the middle, shuts the door on Ponton. Ripple goes back to the inside, shuts the door on Honish. Here comes Ponton going around on the outside. Ponton trying to find that outside line, trying to move up into second, and he does. Joseph Ponton, high 5. Doug Ripple back to third. James Honish trying to figure out, how do I move up an extra spot in this race? Right now he's in third, staying ahead of Doug Ripple. Watch the flag man. He's showing him 2 laps to go this time by. Doug Ripple, turn 4. He was a player early in this game and is now out of it as he had to spin back in turn 4. Here comes Robert Stewart, though. He's your second in points. He's your race leader. There he is. 1 lap to go. High 5, Joseph Ponton in second right now. Points leader James Honish in third as they go around one more time here at the dusty Cotton Bowl Speedway. Checkered flag win. There you go. Robert Stewart with the good win. Joseph Ponton finishing in second. James Honish finishing in third. 7K Kevin Parker with the good 4th place finish. 115, your pole sitter Andrew Supak finishes out the race. Next race coming up, it is the first weekend of the Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. July 16th is our next race. All of our regular classes and the Dwarf cars will be back. July 30th will be our second night of the Summer Showdown Series. And then August 13th, night 3 of the Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. All of our regular classes plus the Dwarf cars one more time. Let's take a look at heat race number 2, the IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds, presented by USA Wrecker. Inside, on the pole, row 1, Jack Lewis in the 91. Next to him, 231, Joe Maple. Row 2 inside, Joel Garcia, 23, H14, Heath Stewart outside of him. And row 3 by himself, the 51 of Earl Ingram. Lights are out. Nathan Lavender, the flagman, says, let's go, boys, off and running. Heat race number 2. Looks like our car in third place in points, William McGuire, not here tonight, so he will drop in the point standings tonight with both James Honish and Robert Stewart here this evening. Working their way around the track. Everybody's familiar with the track surface here, whether it's wet, whether it's smooth, whether it's dusty, and they are working some magic out there tonight. Joel Garcia, your race leader, age 14. Heath Stewart settles into second. Watch out, though, Joe Maple trying to make a move on Stewart down the back straightaway. Maple goes high up on turn 3 and 4. Garcia coming right in front of you down the front straightaway. Maple settles into second right in front of Stewart. 51, Earl Ingram back in fourth, and 91 still making some laps out there, Jack Lewis. Started on the pole, but not up to speed with your top 4 cars. Joel Garcia right now out there in that multicolored 23 with a nice, easy race. Joe Maple, though, trying to close ground on him in that 231. Heath Stewart still within striking distance in the H14. Garcia out of Bryan, Texas, just up the road here, leading this race. Joe Maple coming in out of Franklin, Texas, battling with Heath Stewart. Heath Stewart out of Weberville. '51, Earl Ingram from San Marcos, having a pretty nice run out there right now. Settling into fourth, a distance back from third, but still motoring his way around. 91, Jack Lewis out of Temple, Texas, home of McKeska's Barbecue. Last time around, Joel Garcia has been pretty much on cruise control all the way around. Heath Stewart going to make a last-ditch effort coming out of turn 2, trying to get up next to Joe Maple. Couldn't do it that time. Last chance, turn 3 and 4. Let's see what happens up there. Here's a checkered flag win. Joel Garcia, Joe Maple, Heath Stewart. Oh, goodness, more racing action getting ready to come our way. That was the Sport Mod. Should have the Dwarf cars coming up next. Dwarf cars followed by the Design Welding Sport Compacts. Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, 22C, Coy Moore, 23H, Brandon Hicks. 1K, Cregan Moore. 25, Dylan Budnick. The 04 of Billy White, and the 7 of Ron Thiel. Four heat races for the Dwarf cars tonight. Brought a 24 cars this evening as they get going. Green flag, green light. The Dwarf cars always bring a very good contingent of cars wherever they go. They average over 20 at every racetrack that they go to, and tonight 24 of them. 4 heat races, and that's going to set up for a good main event. Coy Moore started on the pole. He'll go by your race leader that first time by. Uh-oh. The hood of the 04 Billy White has come down in front of him. I'm not sure he can see anything. Yeah, the roof came down right in front of his windshield. Fire crew's going to run over, see if they can put it back on, and see if he sits out the race or goes back and join. Yeah, that's like me without my glasses, man. You can't see anything. Yeah. Coy Moore doing a great job out here. 23H, Brandon Hicks. 7, Ron Thiel. You saw him go by right there, but Coy Moore doing a fantastic job. He's got the lead going into turn 3 and 4. Dylan Budnick, second in points coming into tonight. 23H, Brandon Hicks running up into third right now. Hicks in third in that black, blue, and gray 23H going into turn 3. Budnick in the 25, the all silver, or gray, whatever you want to call that. And then, of course, you got the 22C of Coy Moore running out front in the multicolored 22C. Coy Moore doing a great job. He is out of Leander, Texas. A lot of Central Texas racers here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Since we are in Central Texas, always good to have the outsiders, or as Aaron Brungott called them, the invaders coming in. And we're going to have a lot of invaders for that Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series coming up in 2 weeks. Night 1 of that. Lots of money involved in that nightly, and yeah, we're going to get some big names coming from out of town to take part in that one. Coy Moore on Easy Street right now, checkered flag win. He made that look too easy. Second place, Dylan Budnick, 25. Looks like the 1K of Cregan Moore may have escaped with a third place finish as he went going by the 23H of Brandon Hicks. All right, here we go. Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Heat race 2 of 4. On the pole, 27, Robert Carr. Outside, 08, Danielle Long. 44M, Thomas Mock. On the inside of row 2, 8L, Landon Falkenberg. Outside row 2. Row 3, we got Colby Urbanovsky in the 96. And row 3 outside, your points leader in the Pro Division, 41T, Dustin Rude. Lights are out, picking up speed. Here we go. Green flag, green light. And we we got one of our race car drivers out here in the grandstands passing out red, white, and blue flags. Thank you for that patriotic showing. Lightning McGreen working his way through the grandstands tonight, passing out red, white, and blue flags. Appreciate what you do, and thank you to our nation. Danielle Long had the lead there for just a moment in this dwarf car heat race number 2. Dustin Rude said, "Hold my beer, here I come." Goes right by Danielle Long for the lead. That's why he's the points leader in the pro division. Long back to second. 27, Robert Carr, your pole sitter, back to third. Oh, yeah. Dustin Rude likes to get out front quickly and just ride it on home nice and easy. Danielle Long shuffles back in second as Rude starts to open up more and more ground behind the pack behind her. That's a good 4-car pack right there. Danielle Long leading in second. 27, Robert Carr in third. Some of those could change over the final laps. I don't think anybody's going to catch Dustin, though. That 24 car, we're finding out, that's actually supposed to be 96, Colby Urbanovsky. That's that Joe Biden math right there, 24, 96, same thing. Good golly, 1 lap to go, Dustin Rude. They really make it tough on the announcers and the scorekeepers. Who's 24? Oh, that's 96. Oh, okay. All right, got it. Dustin Rude down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Easy win here. Danielle Long looks like she's going to have a pretty good run for second. Good run by heat race number 2, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Let's take a look at a couple of emails that have already come in. Andrew Thornton sitting out here in the grandstands. And Andrew got a week off from announcing at his home track. Drove down here from Granbury to make Cotton Bowl Speedway. Lifetime track number 181. Wow. You, Andrew, have gotten around sitting halfway between the flag stand and turn 1. Man, that is great. Andrew Thornton, thanks for coming on up tonight. That is crazy. 181 tracks. Irma Alvarez watching from Harlingen, Texas. Irma and Eddie Alvarez cheering on. Well, of course, Jared Moppin. Drive hard, Jared. Thank you, Irma and Eddie. Here's another one. Dallas, Georgia. The whole Hutchings family watching brother Rob Sanderson. All right, here's who's scheduled out there. The 03 of Drew Stark, 14R Dwayne Burford, 33 James Fitzgerald, 8 Dylan Coyne, 56 Joe Sansing, and 88 Brandon Spreen. Off and running. Here we go. We had a little swap there. Stark told Fitzgerald to get in front of him on the pole. He accommodated him, and there they go off and running. Heat race number 3 for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. James Fitzgerald sitting up front. He started on the pole. He's coming out of turn 4. He is your race leader. Here comes the 8 of Dylan Coyne. There's not a race car that Dylan does not mind driving. Down the back straightaway he goes, and Dylan Coyne grabs the lead. Going into turn 3, shuffles the 33 of James Fitzgerald back. And I think it's going to be one of those things when Dylan Coyne gets out front. He's going to be a tough guy to catch, but 88, Brandon Spreen is going to try to do something about that as Brandon Spreen has moved up into second. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3 and 4 is where he got that second place spot. Now down the front straightaway, giving chase to Dylan Coyne in the all-black number 8. Spreen's going to have his work cut out for him over these final few laps. 33, your pole sitter, James Fitzgerald, sitting in third. Nathan Lavender up there in the flag stand. Welcome back after missing the last couple of races. As we had a solo spin by the 33 of James Fitzgerald. Slows down, gets it back into gear, no harm, no foul. Brandon Spreen got that strong fishing pole and fishing line out there as he's reeling in your race leader, Dylan Coyne. Coyne is just like that barracuda that was trying to get away from the fisherman, and now he's reeling him on in. Look at Brandon Spreen close that gap on the 8 of Dylan Coyne. Catching up to slower traffic, got to be careful. Joe Sansing needs to stay out of the way. Sansing, get out of the way. 56. One of your back markers there. Here comes your race leader. Race director H.E. Naumann talking to him in his headset saying, stay out of the way. Don't get in the way of the leaders. There goes Dylan Coyne. He makes it by safely. Brandon Spreen makes it by safely. Nathan Lavender throwing up the checkered flag. Who's it going to be? Dylan Coyne with the win. Brandon Spreen finishing up in second. Hey, want to give a shout out to Ophelia Pena in Westlaco, Texas, watching her grandson, Jared Maupin. Ophelia Pena is Jared's #1 fan. I don't doubt that at all. Jared has a lot of great fans around South and Central Texas. Levi Hernandez watching as well, wishing he was here. Thank you, Levi, for tuning in to tonight. Roger Striplin watching from Paris, Texas tonight with the Striplin family. Roger and family, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Heat race number 4. A total of 4 heat races. This is the last one. Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Pole sitter Aubrey Taylor in the #1. Row 1 outside, 12 in, Keith Leisher. Row 2 inside, Ty Paxton in the 15. Chad Fusilier in the 18F. 72, Landon Cybery and James Pena make up the back row, 72 and 3. All right, I'm told I said it right. Chad Fusilier. Sacre bleu. Mon ami, monsieur. I've been called worse than a Fusilier before, that's for sure. Here we go. Green flag, green light off and running. 4th heat race for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. They're taking off. Here comes the 12 in of Keith Leisher trying to jump out there quickly. Ty Paxton in the 15 says no, no, no. Ty Paxton says, you're not going to do that. We got troubles up in turn 2. Yeah, yellow going to come out quickly. Pole sitter Aubrey Taylor, right from the very beginning, checked up and nowhere to go. Bo Bollinger watching from the pits. Hey, Bo, what's going on back there? CAS Sport Compact Racing Team watching from the pits, waiting for their turn. Bo Bollinger ready to come out and show us what he's got tonight in the Sport Compact. Here's one from the grandstands from Christy Ann. Christy Ann, thank you. Here with daughter and dad. Dad's birthday is actually on July the 4th, and he'll be a young 74 years old. So happy birthday to Dad out there, and thank you, everybody, for coming in and watching tonight. Christy Ann, thank you for the email.
15's coming, Jimmy. Thank you, 15.
As we get that card taken care of, let's see if we've got any more emails coming through. Thank you to a lot of these great sponsors here that help make racing possible here at the racetrack. InstiPrints and ZocNet, JTL Appraisals Texas, LLC. Also, ACM Services Electrical Contractor. Also want to thank KW Keller Williams, Amelia Montalvo. Also, thank you to Tex-Mix and Lads Gold Exchange. So thank you to all those fine sponsors. Race on Texas, of course, Direct Propane Services. Appreciate all of you. Mac Lee sends an email. We got Joshua Chuckleberry, Big Mac, and Papa John at the racetrack in the grandstands tonight. Thank you to those wild critters out here tonight, Chuckleberry, Big Mac, and Papa John here in the grandstands. Off and running. Let's give it another try. We got the car out of the way. Ty Paxton had the original lead before the yellow came out. Let's see if he can get back into it. Keith Leisher trying to do something about that. Leisher in the all blue, yellow number 12 on the side panel there. Here comes Ty Paxton in the 15. A new wrap job on this one. Black Rifle Coffee Company on the side. Paxton, a little wobble out there in turn one. That lets Leisher catch back up to him. They'll be door to door. Down the back straightaway, Ty Paxton puts the pedal to the metal down the back, separates just a little bit. Here comes the 72 of Landon Cybery, settling up into third, and the fourth place car, the 3 of James Pena. We got a tight group of 4 cars out there led by Ty Paxton. Watch the 72. Here comes Cybery, tried to make the inside move on the Leisher 12 in. Couldn't do it that time in turn 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway they go. Ty Paxton holds that lead. He's not going to give it up tonight. Keith Leisher kind of had a pretty good run on him there early in the heat race. Got nothing for him, though, as Paxton continues to pull away. 72 Cybery still sitting a solid third. But I think this is Paxton's race to lose right now, and I don't think he's going to do it as the laps continue to click away. Six Pack Racing watching on the live stream tonight. Hello, Six Pack Racing, and they say go monkey. One of our race car drivers coming up later tonight. Ty Paxton doing a great job. White flag one more time around the track here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. That Black Rifle Company number 15. Always a strong competitor in the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Got a little bit of a gap there. Leisher had him in sight for just a moment coming out of turn 2, just like turn 4. But Paxton has the power, and he's got the heat race win. Here's another email from a big baby who didn't want to come out in the heat tonight. Brandy Torres decides to stay in the air conditioning down there in Lavernia, Texas. Johnny Torres opted to go, though, but Brandy, probably the smart one in the family back there in Lavernia in the air conditioning. Watching all the way from the Cotton Bowl Speedway track off is Sharon Luther, all the way from the office. Can you believe that? Hello, Sharon.
Come on out, Sport Compacts. Come on out.
Woo, she traveled far to watch this race. Thank you for the email, Sharon.
Send them on. Send them on. There we go.
Phil Whipple checking in from Central Maine.
We're showing one.
70 degrees.
Double up.
Wishing everybody down here a safe and wonderful 4th of July. Phil Whipple, thank you for that, man. 70 degrees. We don't even know what the hell that is down here right now. 70. I don't even think my AC goes that low. It just laughs at me. Phil, you need to bring your ass back down here to Texas. Come on, man.
Showing one at the 9. Next time by, we'll take a break. Thank y'all.
All right, here we go. Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. Row 1 inside 33K, Kayla Pouncey. Outside 03, Julie Crabb. Row 2 inside 12.5, John DeWitt. Row 2 outside 00, Cody Crabb. Row 3 inside 18, Michael Burris Jr. and 13M. That's Hannah Miller. That's Monkey, who we talked about just a moment ago. Six-pack Racing cheering on Hannah Miller in the 13M. Lights are out. Here we go. One more time. Green flag, green light, off and running in the Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. Main event winner at our last race, the all-red 00 Cody Crabb. Wasting little time getting out there out front of everybody. Here comes John DeWitt in 12.5, closing up into second in the all-black number 12. The all-white 03 Julie Crabb going down the back straightaway, currently in third, but Michael Burris Jr. wants to have something to say about that as she pulls up on the outside. Burris now with a crossover move in turn 4. Crosses over on the 03. Avoids the contact, moves up to third. Shuffles Julie Crabb back to fourth in the 03. 13M, Hannah Miller in the sky blue 13, going down the back straightaway along the wall, sneaking up right next to Julie Crabb. And the 33K at Kayla Pouncey at the back. He's been on a tear all year long. Cody Crabb, Mr. Main Event this year, doing a great job in the all-red 00 as John DeWitt normally right there in second with him, trying to stay with him right there and not really making up any ground in this heat race. 18, Michael Burris Jr., equal distance between your front three cars, first to second, second to third, maybe a little bit of a bigger gap between DeWitt and Burris as Nathan Lavender up there in that patriotic helmet, grabbing the flags, getting ready to show him the halfway point. Then he'll show him 2 laps to go, and then he'll show him a checkered flag. Like I said earlier, Nathan was in a bowling tournament 2 weeks ago out in Las Vegas. And good to have him back up in the flag stand. He's a better flag man than he is a bowler. Actually, he's quite a good bowler. He did have one bad game. I saw he sent a recap out. He did have a bad game. He's a pretty good bowler. Pretty good bowler. Good with his balls. Bowling balls. What were y'all thinking? White flag comes out. We're just having a good time here on a hot night. Phil Whipple. Man, I wish we had that 70 degrees up there. Woo. Yeah. Cody Crabb coming around on cruise control. DeWitt and Burris had nothing for him tonight. As he comes down the front, grabs the checkered flag. Oh, that's going to be tight between second and third. I think DeWitt got him. DeWitt finishing up in second. Burris just by the skin of his teeth back in third. Here's another email. We got one from the lovely Miss Cotton Bowl, Amber Leonard and family, watching from New Braunfels. Amber's mom, Courtney, Brian, Jamie, T, Easton, TW, and Kinley watching from Kyle, Texas. So we got that whole Leonard family watching from all over Central Texas. Amber, we miss you. Hope we can get you back here out at the track real soon. Amber, you're a bowler as well. I enjoyed watching your posts from out there in Las Vegas.
Okay, heat race number 2. Sport comp.
Racing and bowling, that must be a thing.
Double up. Everybody catch up with each other. We'll be showing one at the line when you come around. Everybody catch up with each other and start wrapping up.
Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. All right, 41S Shay Nauman on the inside, row 1 outside, the 10 of Reagan White. Row 2 inside, Bo Bollinger sent an email earlier in the 42. Row 2 outside, the 88 of Justin Sitterly. Row 3 inside, the 03G of Gabriella King. Gabby King back on the track. That is really good to see. And the 13 of Dash Dasnaw. Going to take a green flag of the pink tire. There's a name I haven't said in a while, Gabby King. Back on the track. Good to have Gabby back out here. Well, we had 6 cars scheduled for this. I think Gabby may be missing after the big buildup I gave her. Hopefully she can make it out here for the main event. Off and running, green flag, green light. There they go. Keep an eye on that 88 Justin Sitterly car. He started on the outside of row 2, but I don't think he's going to stay back there very long. He's going to be putting some pressure on the cars in front of him. There goes the 10 of Reagan White, 42, Bo Bollinger. But here comes Sitterly on the outside, turn 4. Here they come, rushing around. Who's going to be first time by? 10 White, 88 Sitterly, running 1-2. Now Sitterly jumps out front, coming out of turn 2. That shuffles Reagan White back to second. Four-car pack up front. Shay Nauman kind of staying back there, still getting her feet wet. 13 Dash Dasnaw trying to get up there in the mix. He moves up into second, pushing the 10 of Reagan White back to third. White's got to be careful on the outside. There goes the 42 of Bo Bollinger moving up one spot from fourth to third. Well, I told you, Sitterly, he wasn't going to stay back there very long, and he worked his way up front, wasted little time. Now he's got the lead down the back straightaway. Long way back to Dash Dasnaw in the 13. Further back to the 42 of Bo Bollinger. Not much we can say about Sitterly as he jumped out front quickly. Always strong at whatever track he races at. He's showing it right now as the 13 of Dash Dasnaw settles into second. Got to be careful with 42 Bo Bollinger. Bollinger still within striking distance coming out of turn 2. Going to have to hurry up, though, as the laps are clicking away. Not sure he's going to have the horsepower to get by the 13 of Dasnaw, who's run a good race with 2 laps to go, this time by the flag stand. Nathan Lavender shows the bouncing 2 flags, 2 to go. White flag's going to come up. One more time around the surface here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Sitterly, Justin Sitterly with the lead. 42 Bo Bollinger caught up to and went by Dash Dasnaw for second. Dasnaw settles back into third as they go down the last half of this lap. Coming up, Sitterly with a clear, distinct win in the heat race in the all-white 88. Nice run by Bo Bollinger to move up into second. Going to get a better starting position in the main event. Dash Dasnaw in third in the 13. I think that's going to wrap up our heat races for the night. Be sure to, when you get up and stretch your legs, go into the grandstands, pick up some great food, some souvenirs. We got some hats and T-shirts, probably got some hoodies down there. Be sure to get up and stretch your legs during your intermission time right now, and go downstairs and check out all the opportunities that you have for the food and the drink at the concession stand, and, of course, the souvenirs to remind yourself of your visit here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. As we get ready to head to a little pause for the cause and take a little break here. I want to thank everybody for coming out live to Cotton Bowl Speedway this evening, and thank you to those of you that are watching on Race on Texas on Speed Pass, the All Access, and tell your friends and family about it. Happy July 4th weekend to everybody.
Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise. Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
"2021. What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyme and this process. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
everybody. Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise. Only the best here tonight at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. With the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series.
Oh, yellow. Well, we didn't get a lap complete, so it'll be a complete restart here at Cotton Bowl Speedway as we were getting our main event races ready to go. Well, let's take a look here and see what the issues are as we. Trailer Caulfield somehow has made his way up to the pole. Was that the 693 that spun out there in turn 4? So that'll move him to the back of the pack. 693 was your pole sitter, Colton Borlish. That's got to be a heavy blow to him as he's got a fast truck out there in the 693. Even though he's going to restart at the pack, watch for Colton in the orange over white 693 to start picking off trucks in this 20-lap main event. Lights are out in the corners. Here we go. Nathan Lavender keeping it on him. Let's fire it up one more time. Green flag, green light, off and running. Texas Dirt Truck Series. Trailer Caulfield now going to start up on the pole. Lightning McGreen trying to catch up to him in the red and yellow 95. Watch the 00 coming along the outside of Buster Dean. Dean trying to reach out. Find that power. Coming out of turn 4. Going to grab the lead. First time by the flag stand. Pulling Lightning McGreen with him. Trailer Caulfield falling off the pace. Falling back to third. Now about to be passed by 81 Tony Bernal coming out of turn 2. Bernal moving up into third. Shuffles Caulfield back to fourth. Here comes Jared Maupin. He's got a lot of folks cheering him on down South Texas. Maupin moving up in the white and blue 91. Look at that young man drive that truck. I tell you, whatever machine Jared Maupin gets out of, he drives it like a jet airplane. Maupin trying to shoot the gap. He eyes those two trucks right in front of him. 00 Buster Dean. Got to be careful. Buster Dean has got to now. He had a little peek of Jared Maupin. Maupin coming along the outside wall directly to his right. Maupin now fires it into turn 3 and 4. Grabs the lead. That could be it. That could be the race right there. Early. With just a few laps done, once Jared Maupin gets out front, Lightning McGreen in the red and yellow 95 is going to have something to say about that, as he's going to do battle with Buster Dean in the 00. Good group going down the back straightaway. Now Jared Maupin going to have to be careful with the trucks here in the back. Got to pick them off gingerly one at a time. Jared Barber has now moved up. Barber goes by everybody like they're sitting still in that all-white, red, white, and blue 19. Got the number 19 in the red, white, and blue, the all-white truck. Jared Maupin goes by those back markers. Now Jared Barber is going to have to pick them off one at a time. Oh, contact. And here comes Lightning McGreen. McGreen's going to try to take advantage. McGreen goes blowing up by Jared Barber. Barber got caught up and tangled up with one of the other trucks. That slowed up his momentum. McGreen came shooting down the middle of the track. Closed the gap. Watch out. Man, we got all sorts of fun out there in turn 4. Watch the 21T. 21T Sean Tracy now finds himself in the infield. Now getting back out on the track. Jared Maupin with the lead. Going into turn 3 and 4. Jared Barber back fourth. Lightning McGreen third. Here comes Tony Bernal in fourth in the red and orange, or black and orange number 81. 00. Buster Dean not letting these drivers out of his sight, but laps are running out, and that gap between himself and Tony Bernal getting bigger and bigger as they come up on the halfway point. 10 laps down, 10 laps to go. Jared Maupin, he can hear those fans screaming from down in Weslaco and down in South Texas, cheering him on for that big win tonight. Pulling double duty. He'll be out in the modifieds here in just a little bit. Looking for a double win, the 91 truck tonight. And then when he gets in another race car later tonight, going for 2 wins. Cars are really starting to spread out around the track. Maupin goes into turn 3 and 4. Barber just now going into 3, along with McGreen and Bernal. So Maupin working his way through traffic. It's just like they're cones, and he's just going around the cones as quickly as he can. That's a stud driver right there. Watch out, spin up there in turn 4. Jared got to be on the lookout. Jared made it by safely. All right, stayed green as the 693 of Colton Borlas kind of had that solo spin up at the high part of turn 4, got it back, turned in the right direction. But he's way off the pace in that 693 Texas dirt truck. Jared Maupin doing a great, masterful job. Barber's got nothing for him. Grandma, next time you see Jared, you tell him the announcer called him a stud driver. That boy is good. Watching from West Lacote, Texas tonight. They'll cheer him on here in the truck race, and then they'll cheer him on here in a few minutes in one of the modified races, but he's on cruise control right now. He goes into 3 as Barber's just halfway down the back straightaway. Lightning McGreen's got nothing tonight on the red and yellow 95. Tony Bernal looked solid in the heat race earlier tonight and came out kind of strong right at the beginning of this main event, but he's kind of drifted back a little bit, settles into 4th right now in the black and orange 81. One more time, your race leader, Jared Maupin, is going to start catching up with the slower traffic back here. He handled it pretty easy last time, but you got to find that gap. You got to work your way through gingerly. You don't want to be taken out accidentally by one of the trucks in the back. 2 laps to go, shown to Jared Maupin there in the 91. Barber just now coming by in 2nd. That's how big of a lead that is. Maupin goes into 3 as Barber comes out of 2. Easy breezy, quite a drive tonight for Jared Maupin. I think I'm going to come up with a new saying. There ain't no stopping Maupin. How about that? Oh, he is a stud. Grandma, you can tell him that one as well. No stopping Maupin. Look at him. 91. He just blows the field away tonight. Jared Barber finishes in 2nd. Lightning McGreen finishes in 3rd. And I believe Tony Bernal finishes in 4th in the 81. Ain't no stopping Maupin. That guy's good. IMCA Modified, sponsored by Magnum Trailers, getting ready to come up next. Well, we were trying to figure out what Jared's going to do. We're maybe just going to do a quick interview here. And we got Cody coming out there on the front straightaway to help us out here. And just a fantastic race by Jared Maupin. And then he's going to go get in his other race car in just a moment. But we'll get the front straightaway pictures. Rachel Plant will do a quick job there. Take some nice pictures, and Cody will be talking to him, getting his ideas about how that race went. Jared, I want to tell you real quick, I got a new saying for you. We're going to call it no stopping Maupin out there. You're awesome, dude. Cody, take it away.
Yeah, once again, he's going to go ahead and throw it. Come on, kids. Yep. Just throw it right over the fence. Who wants a Frisbee? Oh, there you go. Okay, so real quick, Jared's got to jump into another truck here, but Jared, go ahead and tell us how the truck was, and maybe thank a sponsor or two.
Track is a lot different than the heat race for sure. A lot more moisture, super racy, awesome track prep. I got to thank Jamie Fuller, Aaron Letty, all them making this truck perfect tonight. Ricky helping me out, and all the fans that come out and watch.
Yeah, once again, fans, let's give it up for Jared Maupin. He's going to jump into another car, and then we'll meet
Hey,
him in
Jared,
victory
I
lane
got
in
an
just a
email
minute.
from your grandmother. She's watching down there in Weslaco tonight, so you got a whole group of folks watching from South Texas, and now he's going to take that truck back to the pit area. He's going to go jump in his IMCA Modified because he's going to start second row inside in this next race. When we come up with the modifieds, this is what the top three look like right now in the points. And the IMCA Modified, sponsored by Magnum Trailers. 94, Chris Morris has the points lead, a rather commanding points lead at 234 points. Second place in points, the 12D of Matt DeWitt. Matt DeWitt second at 175 points. That's 59 points behind your race leader. Third in points, Jacob Horch, back at 141. That's 93 points behind your points leader, Chris Morris. Morris has just been dominating the year. There he is right there. He's going to start on row 1. He's going to be on the outside, and you can always tell the difference between 94 and 94B. Chris Morris has the yellow wheel covers, and 94B has the pink wheel covers. All right, here's what the lineup is going to look like. Your IMCA Modifieds presented by Magnum Trailers, a 20-lap main event. Cody Tidwell is going to be on the pole in 17. 94, Chris Morris will be next to him outside row 1. Row 2, as soon as he gets out here, BD1, Jared Maupin. And the 77 of Garrett Gregory outside row 2. Row 3, inside, 26, Wyatt Bohannon. Next to him, 81, Ryan Childress. Row 4 inside, 141, Rob Sanderson. 94B outside row 4, Brenda Kirby. Row 5 on the inside, the 082 of Earl Sinibaldi. Outside of row 5, the 12D of Matt DeWitt. And bringing up the back of the pack should be the 73D of Jacob Horch and the 27S of Mark Strong. 20 laps of big, strong IMCA Modified Racing presented by Magnum Trailers. Morris, DeWitt, and Horch. 94, 12D, and 73D. Those are your front three in the points coming into tonight. Now, the guy who could be a little pain in the side is going to be 17, Cody Tidwell. Even though he's fifth in points coming into tonight, but he hasn't made all the races. And every time that Cody Tidwell shows up at a racetrack, shows up here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, he does a fantastic job. So he could be the proverbial monkey wrench in the spokes tonight. Meanwhile, here comes BD1, Jared Maupin. He just took the truck main event. Now he's hopping in the IMCA Modified main event in the BD1. He'll start second row inside. 20-lap main event. IMCA Modifieds on deck. The IMCA Sport Mods presented by USA Wrecker. Then will be followed by the Dwarf cars, then the Sport Compacts, and then fireworks here in South Texas. Lights are out in all the corners, all the way around the track. A cloudless night here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Here we go, firing them up, getting hot on the racetrack. Off and running goes Chris Morris and Cody Tidwell, taking that front row down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2. Morris goes up into the middle. Tidwell holds the low line. Tidwell initially settles in behind Chris Morris down the back straightaway into turn 3. Here comes the BD1 of Jared Moppin. Moppin trying to get up there. Second row inside is where he started. Already moved up to third. That's kind of where he started. Row 2 inside, third spot. Hasn't moved up right yet. Going to have to catch up to Cody Tidwell first, but look at your points leader and your race leader. Chris, I've checked out of here Morris. Look at the lead he's already got within the first 3 laps. You know, he was a really good race car driver before he got engaged, but ever since he's got engaged, he's found an extra level, and he is just blowing this field away, including his fiance who's in this race. She's back here in the 94B. Just because you're marrying her doesn't mean you need to let her win, right? Not yet, anyway. Not yet. You walk that aisle, a lot of things are going to change. Maybe. I doubt it. In most cases. Not on the racetrack, though. Chris Morris, he dominates wherever he goes. San Antonio, down at I-37. If he goes to Texana, if he goes to the race ranch down there in Corpus, here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, up at Heart of Texas Speedway. This is the man that dominates Texas right now in the IMCA Modifieds. If you follow racing and you're an avid modified fan, you know the name Chris Morris. Cody Tidwell thought he had something for your race leader, Chris Morris. Chris Morris let him know, you ain't got nothing for me. Whoa, Chris Morris sees that back car shimmy right in front of him. Nearly took him out. 27, Mark Strong. Not doing very well out there right now. He kind of wiggled right in front of Chris Morris. I'm sure Chris's eyeballs got real big, but he made it by safely. Easy race, Chris Morris. Cody Tidwell, 5th in points, 2nd in the race. Just has absolutely nothing tonight. It's almost unfair to let Chris Morris start up front. You got to at least make him work for it. Good golly. But they follow the rules of the lineup, and that's where he ends up. Got one into the infield and turn 4. Gets back out on the track. 26, Wyatt Bohannon, who had a really good run in the heat race earlier tonight, having a little bit of a problem in the main event. Not really a factor here tonight as Chris Morris going by more slow cars down into turn 3 and 4. Cody Tidwell just now going into turn 3. That's how big of a lead it is. Jared Moppin not going to get 2 main event wins tonight as he's a distant 3rd in the BD1. Easy run for Chris Morris. Can't say it enough. Once he gets out front, done deal, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Tidwell way back there in 2nd. Not even a factor tonight as once Chris Morris jumped out front, he started on the front row outside, and once he cleared Cody Tidwell, that was it. Nothing more you can say. Laps are clicking away, should be coming up here shortly with 15 complete laps. easy racing out there as the sun has gone down here in Central Texas. And I guess you could say it's cooled off a little bit, maybe 92 degrees now with the sun down. But, you know, when you live in Central and South Texas, you know what to expect weather-wise. And we got the diehard fans that come out to the racetrack every Saturday night. We appreciate them. Tracks all over the state of Texas, 100-degree weather. And you got fans coming out in droves to enjoy stock car racing. 27 Strong getting loose, almost took out Rob Sanderson in turn 4. Sanderson able to avoid the contact. Strong just all over the place. Rob Sanderson in the 141 got to be figuring out what the heck is going on, man. Get out of my way. Mark Strong with that 27. He's got more wiggles than Elvis Presley's hips. Nathan Lavender, man, he's keeping an eye on him up there. It's been a pretty easy race for him to officiate up there in the flag stand as he shows him 2 laps to go that time by. Chris Morris, Cody Tidwell, BD1 Jared Moppin was hoping to get 2 main event wins tonight, but when you're in the same field with Chris Morris, it's going to be tough. Last lap, Chris Morris down the back straightaway, into the turns. Here comes the checker flag, held high, red, white, and blue, and checkered flag. Chris Morris with the win. Should be Cody Tidwell in second and BD1 Jared Moppin in third. Garrett Gregory, the 77, actually got second coming out of the last turns there, able to grab that second place spot with Jared Moppin trailing right behind him. Good run by the IMCA Modifieds presented by Magnum Trailers. All right, sending the emergency vehicles down there, maybe to get some trucks out of the way or something going on up in turn 1 that I can't quite see. But we'll get that track cleared. And coming up next, the IMCA Sport Mods presented by USA Wrecker. And USA Wrecker, one of our great sponsors here, along with Magnum Trailers and JTL Appraisals. Instaprints, thank you, Instaprints, for what you do. ZocNet, ACM Services, electrical contracting. Thank you to KW, Keller Williams, and Amelia Montalvo. Also, a big shout out to Tex-Mix and Ladd's Gold Exchange. Browning Auto Parts, Direct Propane Services, Race on Texas, Alpha One, Chevy Buick. Thank you to Pistols. Thank you to all of our great sponsors that help out here at the racetrack. We appreciate you. Next race coming up July the 16th. Mark your calendar in 2 weeks. Summer Showdown Series night number 1. All of our regular classes will be here, along with the Dwarf cars will be back. And then night 2 of the Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series, July the 30th. And then night number 3, the final night of the Summer Showdown Series, August the 13th. We got lots of great racing action still to come. And we're going to have some great race car drivers in for that Advanced Auto Parts Summer Showdown Series. Hey, let's go down to the front straightaway. Cody got the interview with that guy that ran away with the race.
All right, well, Chris, we've been here before. I think you've been here recently. So let's just we're gonna make it quick. We're gonna make it great for these fans. So is there anybody you want to thank? Talk about the track a little bit. Talk about how your car handled and maybe what you're looking forward to in the future.
We got this car rolling really good this year. I feel like it's been consistent. We've had a few hit or miss nights, but we've got it really good here. Seems to really like it here, and this track seems to suit my driving style. So, I feel like the track actually came around pretty good. A little bit of moisture come up and made it a little wider, so it made it for some better racing.
Right. Well, is there anybody on this car you want to thank? I know you've got some stuff all the way around here, and hopefully you remember it all because I don't want you to get in trouble or anything with any of your sponsors. But I know you want to thank Mom and Dad, but anybody else?
Yeah, my fiance, she was driving the other car tonight. Tina Reagan Realty, Tex-Mix Concrete, Lone Star Concrete, Bigfoot Pumping, Barnes Co., Core Lumber, ACM Services, AMT Concrete, Austin Cutting and Coring, just Maxwell Medical Center. All you fans for coming out. We do this for y'all, and we hope we put up a good show, and hope to see y'all out here next time.
And what is one thing you could also say to one of these little young fans out here tonight? I know our Power Wheels numbers are down, but is there some word of encouragement you've got for them?
It's going fast is fun. I think everybody knows that, and everybody's got to start somewhere. You can start with wheels and motor and getting one of these things, and they're a lot of fun. And my mom's got a birthday next week, so I'm going to dedicate this win to her, and everybody wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah, once again, let's give it up for Mom and Chris Morris.
There he is, Chris Morris, your main event winner. Way to go, 94, Chris Morris. And your points leader, extending that points lead just a little bit more. This next group of race car drivers that are coming up, the IMCA Southern Sport Mods, presented by USA Wrecker Service, they have got a really tight battle between the top 3 in points. All right, so 777 James Honish from Belton, he's got the lead with 216 points. In second is going to be car number 32, Robert Stewart. Robert Stewart out of Buda is just 4 points back with 212. And then third in points, but not here tonight, the 9M of William McGuire at 208. So 208, just 8 points out of first, but he's not here tonight. So the real battle, a 4-point difference between James Honish and Robert Stewart. Honish, your leader, 777. Keep an eye on that one out there. And then the 32, you'll see it when it comes out. Robert Stewart, he's in second and only 4 points out of the lead. All right, 20-lap main event for the IMCA Sport Modifieds presented by USA Wrecker. Here, who is scheduled for this main event. Matter of fact, we were just talking about him just a moment ago. Second in points, starting on the pole, Robert Stewart in the 32. Next to him on the outside of row 1, 23, Joel Garcia. Row 2 inside, the high 5 of Joseph Ponton Jr. And row 2 outside the 231 of Joe Maple. Row 3 inside, he is your points leader, 777 James Honish. Row 3 outside, Heath Stewart in the H14. Row 4 inside, 7K Kevin Parker. Outside, 51 Earl Ingram. Row 5 inside, Andrew Supak in the 115, 91 Jack Lewis. And back by himself, row 6, number 8, Doug Ripple. So, an interesting start to this main event where your car that's second in points, Robert Stewart, he starts on the pole. And then 2 rows back, right behind him in the 777 will be James Honish, your points leader, just 4 points ahead. I guess one advantage of William McGuire not being here tonight, Heath Stewart sitting in 4th in points at 178. Trails McGuire by 30 coming into tonight. So every good spot that he can finish tonight will close that gap, even though McGuire's here. Or not here, I should say. All right, lights are out. Robert Stewart leading him around. Gets to that Pick Chick tire. The pink tire in turn 4, and we are off and running Sport Mods at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Stewart takes that low line first, long and hard, holding that steering wheel. Joel Garcia sticking with him in the 23. Here comes Heath Stewart in the 14. High 5, Joseph Ponton in the 5. James Honish in the 777. First time down the front straightaway. All right, laps are now official. Got 1 lap in there. Robert Stewart down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Heath Stewart moves up to 2nd. Joel Garcia backs up to 3rd as Joseph Ponton Jr. in the high 5 trying to put some pressure on him along with Honish in the 777. Stewart trying to run away with this race early just like Chris Morris did. 231 Joe Maple pulls to the infield. Let's see what he's going to do. Looks like his night's done. Maple to the infield. Heath Stewart in a battle with 23 Joel Garcia. Garcia gets a little loose up there in turn 2. Cost him a little ground. Joseph Ponton Jr. takes advantage of it. Nearly 3 wide going down the back straightaway into turn 3. Ponton trying to set himself up on the inside. Looking for an opening. 3, 2.5 wide. Nice driving by Ponton, looking, crossing over, trying to find that door to slip his foot inside of and get through there. Joel Garcia holding it tight next to Heath Stewart. Ponton going to maybe try to shoot the gap. No, he backs off of it. Stays right where he is. Robert Stewart, nice race. Oh, Garcia goes a little high on turn 2. That opens the door for Heath Stewart. Can Stewart take advantage of that bobble by Garcia? He couldn't do it down the back straightaway. Has to back off in 3 and 4. Heath Stewart not able to take advantage of that bobble by Garcia. Robert Stewart, cruise control out there in the 32, sitting 2nd in points coming into tonight's main event, ahead of the 777 of James Honish. Honish finds himself back in 5th in points right now, or 5th place in the race. And we may have a tie, or Stewart could even overtake him. It depends on how far back Honish finishes in this race. Stewart still has to finish with the win. Long way to go, and anything can happen. Joel Garcia holding on to 2nd. Goes midway up the groove on turn 1 and 2. Heath Stewart had 3rd for a moment, but down the back straightaway, Ponton trying to take it away from him on the outside. Ponton grabs the outside groove, trying to go by Heath Stewart. Down the front straightaway, Ponton just in front of Heath Stewart. Stewart turns that steering wheel hard, takes the lower line in turn 1 and 2. Stewart trying to drive less ground than Ponton. It didn't work. Ponton stays in 3rd. Joel Garcia trying to reel in your race leader, Robert Stewart. Stewart still staying out there pretty steady, but Garcia is not letting him break away like Chris Morris did in that modified race, trying to stay right there with him. Stewart running a good race. Ponton still in third. Stewart in fourth. Honish fifth. 51 Earl Ingram in sixth. Watch out. Bottom of four. Andrew Supak. Everybody got to go high as the yellow comes out. Looks like a little contact out there on the Pick Chick tire in turn 4. You don't see it up there on its treads very often. Supposed to be laying down like the rest of those tires. There goes one of our safety crew members out there to push it back down where it belongs. Dwarf cars are next, followed by the Sport Compacts, and then fireworks going up into the Central Texas skies. Rolled up green flag. Nathan Lavender keeping an eye on him, letting them know we're going green flag racing next time by. Now, this is always the fun time in racing where the race leader has the lead, 1 or 2 car length lead. The yellow comes out. It brings the rest of the group back up to him. Can Joel Garcia or Joseph Ponton Jr. take advantage of the yellow? Get a quick surprise on Robert Stewart. Stewart sets the pace. Brings them around turn 3 and 4. Sport Mod engines rev up. Here we go. Green, green, green on the restart. Garcia trying to stay right there with Stewart. Garcia goes on the high line. Down the back straightaway. Going to get right up next to that wall. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to try it again. Turn 3 and 4. He takes the high side. Stewart takes the low side. Garcia really wants to get that outside line. Oh, he may have sacrificed it, though. He cost himself some ground there. All right, stays in second, though. Ponton in the high 5, not able to take advantage of Garcia's mistake up there in turn 2. Got a little high up there in the turn. Joel Garcia. See, this is what Robert Stewart's worried about. Yellow flag brings everybody back together, and now Stewart is in a battle with Joel Garcia. Garcia sniffing around the outside, likes to go along the outside wall down the straightaways, looking for some grip and power. Can he get by Stewart? So far, he cannot. Stewart's got a lot of power as he pulls that steering wheel as hard as he can right along the inside berm, inside collar. Now Garcia crosses him over in turn 3. Gets the back of the car right on the nose of Garcia. Garcia makes a mistake in turn 4. Ponton now pounces and moves up to second. Oh, watch out. Spin, spin, spin. Everybody's having to check up in turn 1. 1.5, 2. Joel Garcia was having problems early and often here late in the race as he was getting too high up on the turns, and that time he cost himself literally the race. He was battling from second, challenging for first, and now he's in the infield. Wow, that is a tough break right there for Joel Garcia. He was battling for the lead, really putting the pressure on Robert Stewart. Made a couple of little mistakes in the turns, and it cost him big time as he sits in the infield. Now Robert Stewart, let's get back to the front of the pack. Stewart down the back straightaway. He's got the high five of Joseph Ponton right on his backside. He's Stewart in a close third as the laps are clicking away. 2 laps to go. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen quick. Joseph Ponton goes high on turn 2. Stewart holds it in the middle. Ponton trying to edge up on him down the back straightaway. Ponton thought he saw something on the inside. Don't hit him, Joseph. Stay away from him. High five, running a good race. Avoids the major contact. Lets Robert Stewart know he's right there. Uh-oh, Ponton goes high, just like Garcia did. It cost him there. Now Garcia out of the race. Ponton now challenging for the lead. Coming around. Here comes the checkered flag. Stewart with the crossover. Here comes for the win. Robert Stewart with the win. Whoa! Robert Stewart with the win. Joseph Ponton all the way down to the last second. Stewart almost made a terrible mistake in turn 4. Ponton tried to cross him over. Just missed out on the win. Robert Stewart with the win. Almost a huge mistake there by Robert Stewart as he went way up on turn 4. Ponton brought it down on the inside. Thought he could get by Stewart for the win, but the 32 Sport Mod, Robert Stewart, stays steady and strong, grabs the main event win. Ponton back to second. Wow, great sport modified race. Man, what a fantastic race there. Ponton, Heath Stewart, James Honish. Honish, your points leader coming into tonight. 32, Robert Stewart in second. Robert Stewart getting the victory lap in the 32, and we're going to turn it over to Cody down there on the front straightaway. He'll knock out that interview with your race winner, Robert Stewart. Rachel Plant, very happy down there in the winner's circle with her honey bunny, Robert Stewart.
All right, well, Robert Stewart's going to assign this little Frisbee. Kids, get ready. He's going to throw it to you. Oh. We got another Frisbee, too, if we need. Give it away, and we're going to grab him another Frisbee to throw. That way all the kids can get a Frisbee. All right, Robert, I know it's been just a little bit of a challenging year for you getting started and everything. So I know there's some people on here that you need to thank. I know there was one in a pink jacket that was really surprised. I think we should probably stand in front of her name so she won't, you know. But is there anybody else that you want to thank tonight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Man, I've been struggling. And I tell you what, it just happened to be my night tonight. I thank Rachel Plant. she's the one that I'm out of breath. Woo! Hold my breath when I'm driving. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, she works on the car during the week, does my tire prep. So when the tires are spinning, I blame it on her. And then Supreme Vinyl Works, keeping the car looking good. LT Munitions for their ammunitions. Mark Herring for their race engines. Man, that thing's got some good power. Grandier Mirror Works. And I got, Pistols Transmissions. That's who I want to thank. And HE, Marianne. Oh, man, I'm out of breath. I need to go to the gym. Let's do some steps.
Yeah, you're good. I was watching and I was counting my laps and I was like, oh, he's done. And then that last lap came on. And what were you thinking during that last lap? Because I thought the checkered was supposed to be out, you know?
Yeah. So I got bumped like 2 laps to go, and I thought it was the 23, but I wasn't sure. We don't have mirrors or spotters. And then I seen him spin down here, and I was like, well, I don't know who it is. Must be the 5. And I was like, man, just don't make any mistakes. I saw the white flag. I said, man, they're going to have to go to the outside. That's all I can do. I'm just going to crawl around the bottom.
Yep. So once again, race fans, let's give it up for Robert Stewart. He's going to go over to Victory Lane, take some pictures. I don't know how that's going to work because Rachel's supposed to be taking the pictures. But anyways, we're going to figure that out. Don't worry, I caught it. And once again, I got a Frisbee for a kid. I want to give a kid a Frisbee. So come on, kids. If you have not got a Frisbee, I want you to come to the front. I'm going to sign it for you. And we're going to see Robert over in Victory Lane.
All right, Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas getting ready to come up. All right, let's take a look and see who's scheduled in this main event. 22C Coy Moore, 15 Ty Paxton. They'll be on the front row. 1K Kagan Moore and 88 Brandon Spreen, second row. Third row back, 8 Dylan Coyne, 12N Keith Leischer. Fourth row back, 96 Colby Urbanovsky, 08 Danielle Long. Fifth row back, 25 Dylan Budnick, 41T Dustin Rude. Sixth row back, James Pena in the 3, 14R Dwayne Burford. Seventh row, 23H inside, Brandon Hicks. 27, Robert Carr next to him. Row 8, 33, James Fitzgerald on the inside. 72, Landon Cybery on the outside. Row 9, the 04, Billy White. 44M, Thomas Mock. Row 10, 03, Drew Stark. 18F, Chad Fuselier. Row 11, inside, Ron Thiel. 7, 8L, Landon Falkenberg. And the last row, 12, Joe Sensing and Aubrey Taylor. 56 and 1. Lights are out. Nathan Lavender ready to keep an eye on him. Speeding up, picking up speed. Here we go. Green flag, green light. We are off and running. Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. A lot of them hugging that inside line, going down into turn 1 and 2. They buzz like a group of bumblebees down the back straightaway. Getting ready to go 2 and 3 wide coming down the front. Here we go. First time by Coy Moore with the lead. Ty Paxton in second. And the all-white number 15. Paxton goes high up on turn 2. He's got to be careful there. Here comes Brandon Spreen. Paxton around the outside in turn 3 and 4. Paxton trying to make an outside move. Down the front straightaway he comes. Couldn't do it there. Coy Moore doing a great job. Brandon Spreen running up into third in the white 88. Watch out for the 25 moving up into contention. 25, Dylan Budnick, one of the top drivers in the Dwarf Car Series of Texas, running up into the top 5. Lining up right behind Dylan Budnick, right behind Brandon Spreen in the 88. Got to watch out. 56 is coming off the track. Yellow, yellow, yellow. All right, we're getting everybody lined up where they need to be. Race director H.E. Nauman talking to these guys in their headsets, letting them know where they belong. Lights are out around the track. 2 laps complete. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off and running. Green, green, green on the restart. Ty Paxton, Coy Moore, Brandon Spreen running 1, 2, 3. Down the front. Now it is the 25 of Dylan Budnick who has jumped out to the lead. Coy Moore back to second, getting shimmied back there and tapped just a little bit. Coy Moore down the back straightaway, gets by Dylan Budnick one more time. Coy Moore back to the lead. Ty Paxton in third. He's got Brandon Spreen knocking on his door. Spreen sitting in fourth, goes to the inside. Here comes Dustin Roode in the 41T. He is your points leader coming into tonight, finds himself sitting in fifth right now, normally dominating this race when he comes up here to Cotton Bowl Speedway, but not tonight as he's stuck back in fifth behind a bunch of fast-moving dwarf cars. Coy Moore, Dylan Budnick, now Roode goes from fifth to third, coming out of turn 3 and 4, goes by Spreen, goes by Paxton, now he's all the way up to third. Lots of time for him as well. Dustin Roode, your points leader in the pro division of the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. The Dwarf Cars actually have 2 point standings, to be crystal clear on this, and I kind of learned a little bit more about it tonight. You got the pro division of the Dwarf Cars, who are the guys that are hard charging, every day I take this seriously type of drivers. A lot of experience, a lot of seat time. Then you've got the sportsman class, which is the drivers that don't have as much experience, not as veteran a driver as those in the pro class. Now, they were telling me, too, that if you're in the sportsman class and at the end of the year, if you have a high enough point average, then you're going to be moved from sportsman up to pro. So 2 point standings for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Learn something new every day at the halfway point of this race. Whoa, watch out, contact down there. 2-car spin right in the middle of the track. Everybody's got to go high on this one. Race director talking to them in their race receivers, telling them to go high, high, high. 2 cars came together, the 8 and the 27. Dylan Coyne looks like they're in the 827 Robert Carr. All right, we're going to get the 1K back just a little bit further to keep them in a kind of a safety zone. Coy Moore sitting right up there, but now Coy is going to have to know. He probably knows that points leader and a regular dominating dwarf car, Dustin Rude, is right behind him, looking to stalk on him and pounce on him right at the drop of the green flag on the restart. Dustin Rude, your main event winner the last time the dwarf cars were here. He is your points leader. And just a few laps ago, he went from 5th to 3rd with a pretty good move on the 3rd and 4th place car. Now he's in striking distance at Coy Moore. Moore leads him around. Lights are out. Nathan Lavender once again keeps an eye on him. Here we go. Green, green, green. On the restart. Look at Dustin Rude. Fires down the front straightaway. Shoots to the inside. Gets in front of Coy Moore. That could be it. Coy Moore says, no, 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 no. No, hold on a second. I'm a pretty good driver myself. He jumps back out to the front. Gets in front of Dustin Rude. Here comes Dylan Coyne in the 25. He's also a good driver. He wants to get into the play. 3 really good drivers up there battling for the lead. Coy Moore lost it for a moment to Dustin Rude, grabbed it right back. Ty Paxton moving up into 4th in the all-white 15. Rude knocking on the back door of Coy Moore. Moore holds it low. Rude goes high. Into turn 1 and 2 they go. Paxton also goes low. Dylan Coyne goes high. Dylan Budnick goes high down the back straightaway. Grabs 3rd place. Dylan Budnick in the 25. Too many Dylans at the racetrack. Dylan Budnick now up into solo 3rd, trying to separate himself from the rest of the pack. Here comes Ty Paxton. Paxton going by Spreen into turn 3 and into turn 4. Moving up one more spot. Here comes Dustin Rude. Slide job into turn 1 and 2. Gets the nice slide past Coy Moore. Grabs the lead. Earlier we said that could be it, and Coy Moore fought his way back. Let's see how this plays out over the remainder of the laps. Looks like 5 to go that time by. Man, that was a great race by Coy Moore. He held off Dustin Root as long as he could, but now Dustin is out front and starting to run away with it as the laps are disappearing. 41T, your points leader. Coy Moore second in the 22. Dylan Budnick third in the 25. Budnick second in points coming into tonight. Two laps to go. Shown up in the flag stand that time by. 2 to go. Really was a very good race all the way up to the midpoint. And then later in this race, Dustin Root finally was able to get out front and dominate as he's pulling away further and further ahead of Coy Moore. And here comes your race winner, 41T Dustin Root with the win. One more time here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. There's Coy Moore finishing up in second. 25, Dylan Budnick in third. Nice job by the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Nice job by your winner, Dustin Root, is on the restart. He grabbed the lead. Coy Moore fought back, held the lead as long as he could. Dustin Root made one more pass, and, well, that was it. Dustin Root brings it home for the win. He'll grab that checkered flag and make that well-deserved victory lap. The Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. As we have Dustin Root make that well-deserved victory lap around the track. The final race of the night, the Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding, will be coming up next. And we have a special guest up in the flag stand to join Nathan Lavender. Madeline Johnson will be up in the flag stand with Nathan tonight for the Sport Compact race. She is our young fan that holds the sign down by the fence, and we're going to give her a nice bird's eye view from the cockpit up there with our main man, Nathan Lavender. And thank you, Madeline Johnson, for all you do and your support of racing. And we just love seeing that sign down there on the front straightaway. And now you're in the flag stand. Hey, we're going to throw the winner's interview down to Cody down on the front straightaway, talking to Dustin Root.
Well, Milton, during the hot laps, during the heat races, I was watching him, and I was down in 3 and 4. He never let off. I was like, man, does he remember that he's not in a sprint car, that he's in a dwarf car? But here he is. Give it up for Dustin Root. Don't worry, the AC's on out here, so it'll feel much better. Have you sign this Frisbee, throw it over to a kid. Watch out. Awesome. Well, Dustin, tell us a little bit about your car tonight, how it handled, how the track was. I know it's a little bit different than last time. It's still dry, but I've noticed there's a lot less rocks this week. H.E. Nauman, he sent us a picture of a whole pile of rocks. Like, I'm pretty sure we could have redone your driveway. But tell us about the track, tell us about the car, and some things you felt tonight.
Funny thing, the last time we were here, I threw rocks in the driveway today. But anyways, man, I want to thank Coy for driving me clean. That was an awesome battle, back and forth. He was better than me coming out of 2. I was loose coming out, but then he couldn't hold it down over here, so I was able to just pinch in there a little bit tighter. I can't thank everyone at home, my wife, my son, Corbin, Carson here, Randy Jackson, then I got Straight Fence Company, H&R Racing, Blessing Boys, Brown's Plumbing. Just without all these guys, I couldn't do it.
Right, and I see you've got a Randy Jackson here that looks like he's a big part of this, and so we want to thank him and some of all your other sponsors. We want to give them thanks. And once again, thank y'all for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. They always come out here, put a great show on for you guys. All these drivers, they are clean racing. You know, I always say that there's a bunch of them, and they go like 5 wide, and you know it's a big old wide track. And but what is something you want to say to one of these little young guys that's sitting out here that maybe is looking at starting racing in their near future?
Laps, go-kart. My son, he's 4 years old. We're starting him July 30th this month. Every day after school, after work, just laps and laps and laps and laps until you put it in winner circle.
Right. So once again, kids, he just said it. Go ahead and ask for that go-kart now. You do not have to wait till Christmas time, okay? So once again, let's give it up for Dustin Rude. He's going to head over to Victory Lane, take some pictures, do all that kind of stuff. Milton, back to you.
Great run there by Dustin Rude as he made that last pass, and once he got out in front of everybody, closed the door, man. He closed the deal on that. Next up, now remember, folks, we got the Sport Compacts coming up, and then after our quick interview on the front straightaway, we'll clear the track, we'll turn off the lights, and we have some fireworks going up in the air. Love us some fireworks, except when they're done by my next door neighbor at 2 o'clock in the morning. $15-lap main event for your Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. Main event winner 2 weeks ago, Cody Crabb on the pole, 00. Justin Sitterly next to him in the 88. 12.5, John DeWitt. 42, Bo Bollinger, second row back. Third row, 18, Michael Burris Jr., now 13. Row 4, 13M, Hannah Miller. 10, Reagan White. Row 5, inside, Julie Crabb, 03, 41S, Shay Nauman. And row 6, inside, 33K, Kayla Pouncey. And next to her should be the 03G, Gabby King. Rolled up green flag this time by. Going to show them 1 lap to go. 1 to go this time by. Lights are out. 15-lap main event. Normally a 12-lap main event, but it's going to be a 15-lap main event as Cody Crabb on the pole leads him around with Justin Sitterly. This could be a pretty good battle right there between Sitterly and Crabb in this main event. Lights are out. Green flag, green light. Here we go. Sport Compact Racing. '88, Justin Sitterly. Oh, he got loose all by himself. He held on to it. Whoa, what a great job by Justin Sitterly as he nearly got sideways, nearly took himself out of the main event, held control of the car, and he still holds the lead. Nice job. Here comes the 12.5 of John DeWitt. Nicely done. Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding. Dashnall trying to be a player up there. He's in third. He goes to the middle groove in turn 4. Had one car there nearly going to the wall up there at the top of turn 4, but avoided the contact, looked like. Seems to be Cody Crabb in the 00, main event winner a couple of weeks ago here at our last race. Right now, though, it looks like Justin Sitterly with the lead. Stepping away from the rest, DeWitt in second. Here comes Michael Burris Jr. in third in the 18. Dashnall fourth in the 13. Cody Crabb not even in the top 5 right now. Whoa, he had to brake check. Whoa, he nearly went into one of the back cars there. Hit the brakes hard, nearly came to a complete stop. Doing a great job, Sitterly working his magic, getting by 41S Shea Nauman in turn 4, avoids any contact with the back runners there. Front runners going on by. Everybody looking clean and easy. Down the back straightaway goes the 88 of Justin Sitterly. Burris Jr. trailing in second in the white 18. John DeWitt, 12.5 in third. Great race. Watch out, Hannah Miller. Monkey Miller, get out of the way. Down the back straightaway goes the back markers. Front runners going down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2. Michael Burris Jr. trying to move up into the mix. Justin Sitterly setting a fast. Oh, there goes Burris Jr. Second place car pulls into the infield all by himself. Something must have happened to that one. He had a good second place run. Checks up coming out of turn 2. He's done for the night. There goes Hannah Miller, 13M. She is done for the rest of the night as she pulls into the infield. Getting a good spot to watch the fireworks right there. Maybe she's going to pull back out. Nope, she stays there. Not sure what 13M Hannah Miller's doing out there. She's checking out the entire infield. Probably looking for the best view for the fireworks. I think she found it right there. Great race. Finishing up here is, again, Justin Sitterly absolutely dominating. 2 flags shown, 2 laps to go in the Sport Compacts. Cody Crabb came into tonight as your points leader. He had a 6-point lead over Bo Bollinger. Both of them are in this race tonight, but not really a factor in it as the white flag goes up. Justin Sitterly, man, he is doing a heck of a job out there tonight. Nobody had anything. And I told you at the beginning of this race, Justin Sitterly could have a great run tonight, and he's going to come home with the main event win. There he is, Justin Sitterly with the win. And then everybody else, DeWitt finishing up in second. – Yellow lights come out for the final time here tonight at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Another successful night here at the racetrack. And, man, Justin Sitterly was the man to beat tonight. Front row outside is where he started, and nobody had a chance to compete with him tonight. Sitterly taking that well-deserved victory lap, and once he gets back to the front straightaway, and Cody will do a quick interview with him, and then we'll turn off the lights and shoot us off some fireworks. Certainly, thank you very much for those of you that were watching on Race on Texas, and thank you for the emails tonight, and thank you to all of you that are in the grandstands that came out on the July 4th weekend. We appreciate you taking some time out of your holiday weekend to come out and enjoy the time here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. We will be back here again in 2 weeks on July the 16th as we do it all over again. Our factory stocks, our street stocks, and our ice stocks will be back here at the track as well. Justin Sitterly is going to pop out of the cockpit of that Sport Compact and give him a round of applause. There he is, Justin Sitterly with the win. That is a great run there by the 88 as he'll sign that Frisbee, get it up into the grandstands. And let's turn it over to Cody trackside to get that winner's interview.
Yeah, we're going to let him throw it over there. Kids, be ready. Here you go. All right, well, yeah, grab your water. There you go. I know it's been a long day, a little bit of temperature. I think they said only like 104, so not too bad. But not at all. So Justin, what did you think of the track tonight? What did you think of your car and everything that since the time you got here till right now? How's it been?
Well, for the feature, down in the bottom of 3 and 4, it seemed a little slick, and 1 and 2, I mean, it had a little bit of bite. Once I moved up on the track, the top seemed a lot better. It seemed to get a lot more drive off and a lot more control through the middle of the turn. So that's always a plus for the feature. In the heat race, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we just come out here and drive on it. So. Right.
Yeah, your heat races will stay a little bit dustier. The track kind of has blown off now. Now you get the moisture that's starting to come up, and everything. The smoothness of the track comes out. Is there any sponsors or anybody in the stands tonight or maybe at home watching on Race on Texas that you'd like to thank?
Sure is Michael Burst and Michael Burst Jr. with Lone Star Welding. They helped me out with the cage and everything, and from straightening the car out to doing all my fabrication. And then I have an engine guy back home that works on all my engine stuff. He's a great guy. So just like to thank him. And then the guy that does the tunes for me, he's also a good guy. H-Car Tune and Honda Mike.
Well, awesome. Yeah, we're going to meet you over in Victory Lane. We're going to take some pictures. So if you're with Justin, go ahead and head over there. We're going to get a lot of pictures. And if you're still in the stands, we're going to cut these lights off. So we're going to let you get over there. I know you don't got working headlights, but we're going to let you get over there. The lights are going to cut off. So if you can try to keep your movement on the stands, I don't want anybody to fall. We're going to blow some fireworks up, but we're not going to burn anything down. So. Just bear with us for just a second, and then right after the races, pit area is open. Go down there, talk to the drivers. They love to talk to you, and sit in their car, all that kind of fun stuff. Once again, thank y'all for coming. Have a great 4th of July, and we're going to get him off the track, and then we're going to kill these lights.
All right, Cody, thank you for the interview there, and great job by all the drivers tonight. Thank you to Bikers Whale Ranch for presenting our fireworks tonight. Bikers Whale Ranch supporting us tonight with the fireworks presentation. So thank you to Bikers Whale Ranch. Out go the lights.
So I'm a beachside hotel.
Fans, thank y'all for coming out. That's some fireworks brought to you by some of our race car drivers and the sport compacts. Once again, thank y'all. We hope y'all have a safe 4th of July. Be careful driving home. Once again, just take a moment to thank all of those that have served, that defend our great country. Continue to pray for them and lift them up.
Thank you for keeping Day
Pray
Motorsports
blessings
in
over
business
y'all
for
and
over
have a
50
great
years.
evening. The pits are open if you would like to go down there.